There's also a section in EZM Web that allows you to manage the sub-accounts which you've purchased. To access this part of EZM Web, click on the Sub-Accounts link under the Subscription drop-down list on the left side of the screen. Clicking on the Sub-Accounts link will take you to the following screen, which we'll call the Main Sub-Account Control screen. Here you can view the list of sub-accounts, create new sub-accounts, edit the information for the sub-accounts, mark sub-accounts as inactive, and delete unused sub-accounts. At the top of the main sub-account control screen, you'll see the list of sub-accounts. For each sub-account that is listed, you'll see the person's name under whom the sub-account is registered, the company name for the sub-account, the main email address for the sub-account, the country in which it's located, and the date on which the information for the sub-account was last updated. Under the Status column, you'll also see the status of the account. Active indicates that the account is active for use, while inactive indicates that you've made the account inactive and nobody can use it or log into it. To add a new sub-account, first locate the yellow-colored New button on the right side of the screen. Clicking on the New button will take you to the following screen where you can enter the details for the new sub-account. The fields in this form marked with a red asterisk are required and must be filled in before you can save and create the new sub-account. The most important fields in this form are the Login ID and Password fields. The Login ID field is where you enter the main login username for the sub-account, and the Password field is where you enter the password used in conjunction with that username. You must also retype the password in the Retype Password field to ensure that you've entered it correctly. The login ID for the main sub-account user you choose must be unique, and you're not guaranteed to be granted any username you choose since it must be unique and it may already have been taken by another user of EZM Web. If the username you choose has already been taken, a window will pop up prompting you to choose a different username. Click on the Save button to save and create the new sub-account once you've entered all the required information. You can also edit the information for existing sub-accounts. First, select the sub-account you want to edit. To do this, first look to the right along the row in which the sub-account is placed until you see a small circle in the Check column. Click in that circle to select the sub-account. A small dot will appear in the circle to indicate that it's been selected. Once you've selected the sub-account you wish to edit, then click on the Edit button below the list of sub-accounts. You'll be taken to the following screen. This screen is similar to the one at which you create a new sub-account, except for the fact that all of the information previously entered for that sub-account is already filled in. You may change any of the data on this screen. When you're finished editing the sub-account, click on the Save button to save your changes. You can also mark an active sub-account as inactive or change an inactive sub-account to active status again. Similar to editing an account, to do this, you must first select the account by clicking in its corresponding circle in the Check column. Then click on the Change Status button below the list of sub-accounts. This will then toggle the status of the sub-account. If it's active, it will become inactive. If it's inactive, it will become active. A sub-account that is inactive is not able to be logged into and consequently not able to be used. You can also delete sub-accounts that have not been used. Again, first you must select the account by clicking in its corresponding circle in the Check column. Then click on the Delete button to delete it. However, you may only delete sub-accounts that have not yet been used. In other words, no data can have been entered into it if you want to delete it. If you want to disable access to a sub-account that's already been used, it's recommended to mark it as inactive instead of deleting it.